Hello, 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 my beautiful, amazing souls, and welcome to Friday Night Tarot and Chill. Tonight we are joined by the amazing Amanda. Oh, how strange. Wait, there we go. Okay.
You paused for a minute, but you're back again.
Are we back? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyways, the lovely Lala. We have the marvelous May and the jubilious Jen. Why is it always jubilious? What I need a better J word. What's just not just Jen? Because
What about joyful?
joyful,
Joyful.
joyful Jen. Oh my goodness, joyful Jen.
Jolly.
I like
Jolly. Anything's better than jubilious. Well, that's so random.
it's such a cute old school word though. I haven't heard anyone say that, so I love that.
Yes, that's it. That's it right there, mate. That's it.
Right? Old school.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm super excited to be here with you guys on this beautiful Friday night, wherever we have found you in time and space, and excited to be able to share a few messages for us. So, currently, we are working through this beautiful full moon energy. It is the wolf full moon in Leo. So, we've got some really powerful energies coming together, giving us the opportunity to see ourselves and our true nature, as well as giving it the opportunity to stand in our truth authentically. So, those are some really beautiful, powerful energies to get us started. I would love to offer a short meditation. So, for those that feel called, if you'd like to just allow yourself to find a comfortable position, and we're going to just take our shoulders and we're going to roll them up to our ears and place them back down where they're supposed to be. Maybe give them a little wiggle. I don't know, get your wiggles out. I like to get the wiggles out. And we're going to take a nice gentle breath in and release. Allowing yourself to release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Taking another gentle inhale and release. Giving yourself the opportunity to be here now, present in this moment. If you'd like, you can take an opportunity to look around the room and find one thing you're grateful for, one thing that brings you joy. Once you find that thing, give yourself the opportunity to allow this gratitude to just grow in your heart and expanding with each breath. Moving this gratitude through the room, into the building, and rippling through the hearts of the people in the city, allowing this gratitude to grow and expand all the way around the earth, and even reaching out to the corners of the galaxy, allowing this gratitude to ripple as far and expansive as energy can go. And bringing our awareness now back into our bodies, I invite you to imagine now a beautiful silver light pouring down into the crown of your head. And allowing your breath to guide this silver light as it moves through your third eye. Cleansing and clearing each energy center as it moves down through the throat. Igniting the energies that exist as we connect with the heart, rippling out into the chest, through the torso, down the arms, into the solar plexus, lighting your internal flame, moving into the solar plexus. The sacral chakra. And ending down at the base of the spine at the root center. And giving yourself the opportunity to take another gentle breath in and release. Allowing this energy to settle back into the heart center. Remembering that gratitude lives in your being. And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel called, you can bring your awareness back into the room, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, wiggling your knees and your nose, and opening your eyes whenever you are ready. I have a beautiful message today for you, and we begin with a blessing to find your way. And this is for someone who feels as though they've been on a journey so long that maybe you got a bit lost. Maybe you found yourself among the flowers questioning life and why you were there, and you wandered so far that you found yourself wondering, am I even still on the path? Where was this path even taking me? And your questions bringing you deeper into yourself. So there's this beautiful blessing and divine protection that's coming forward for you now. Card number 24, a blessing to find your way. Whichever direction we turn in seems as dense and dark as the other. There is no one way to show us the way. There is no light with which to see the path. There is no map for where you find yourself. When we find ourselves in that space where we are utterly bereft of where to turn, of what to do, and of whom to trust, let this blessing help you find your way once again. You once knew where you were headed. You once knew who you were. You once could trust in that inner compass that would help turn and walk to the true north of your life. But now you are lost, you are without direction, and you seem only to entangle yourself more with each turn and twist as you seek to escape. This blessing will help you still your movement and rekindle the quiet knowing within you once again. May you surrender to the moment and let yourself be still and quiet a while. May you seek not to move, but to observe and to feel and to come back into connection with yourself. May you feel the reweaving of yourself with yourself. And as you do this, may you be blessed with the sight to pierce the darkness and see what lies ahead. And when the moment comes, may you begin to feel your compass stir and turn and point to the path. May you begin to rediscover who you are. And in that rediscovery come a knowing of what the person you are must do next. May a sense of a relaxed and graceful certainty begin to deliver you from this period of vulnerability. Yet let the gifts of understanding and compassion, of the inner knowing which can unite us all, be with you always. For you have been lost, and in acceptance of that is the strange, comforting rest of that. May you now give yourself the space and time to allow your core to speak to you again. For its voice was dulled by the noise of the world and apparently certain of knowing who we are. When we lose that, we can finally have the moment in which we can see the soul clearly, without bias and cliche. We find ourselves through the losing of who we are, or who we thought we were, and where we thought we ought to go. May this process of loss and re-enrichment bring you the blessing of your own true self. Blessed be. And that is what I have to get us started for today. I'm going to pass the talking stick along and see what cards Amanda has for us today.
Oof, that was deep, first of all, but Amanda, that's a tough thing to follow.
Well, I will do my best. My cards do flow off of that nicely. So I got awareness, which I love that this card has the full moon in it. And then go with the flow. And divine love. So a really simple message that I got with this. When we find that awareness of our surroundings and awareness of ourselves and just be able to find that center again, and we're going with the flow of the universe, that's when we find our true divine love. So this is all really about coming into balance within yourself and coming into the balance with the universe. But it had me looking at the divine love card, and I gotta, sorry, my camera is on the other side today. I keep losing it. I was drawn to this right here, because when you're looking at it from far away, it kind of looks like she's talking to a fairy. At least it did to me. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Kristen in particular is going to love that, because this girl's just sitting there like having a chat with a fairy. But when you look at it really close, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not. Okay. Hang on. Switch hands here. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's a robin holding a ribbon. So that change in perspective brings you a whole different story. And that change in perspective and kind of going in and being aware of our surroundings is what is going to bring in this divine love. So it was really particular about me being able to see that difference in what I first thought was a fairy is actually this robin just dropping off a gift to this girl who's been out picking flowers and is now just taking a break to lay in this field and receive this gift from this robin. So I thought that was a really beautiful message of just taking the time to really take a second look at things and get a fresh perspective on your life and your surroundings with a fresh set of eyes, and being able to find that connection to spirit that way. But that's all for me.
I love that, Amanda. The change in perspective is so powerful. Really is. Thank you for showing us the details of the card.
So I don't know if this goes along with it, but I was just shuffling and some cards flipped out when Amanda was speaking. So it could relate in some way, could not. But it was interesting because two different sets of cards came out. So first was the Queen of Pentacles reversed. But then the Ace of Wands and the Star. So it's like, okay, when you find that spark again, when you reignite this and this, all of this that you've created, that you're wishing upon a star, and you change your perspective and focus on those things, not the lack, not the Queen of Pentacles reversed, like when you can flip that perspective and focus on all of these things, then you flip upright. Kind of how I got that as she was speaking. I don't know. But also, interestingly enough, we got the King of Pentacles reversed on the other set. So, how perfect is that? And also, the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles reversed. So it's like, I don't know. This is my DM deck, so I kind of like interpret things differently sometimes. But this first set was like the feminine cards, you see, the Queen of Pentacles and all of it. And then here's the masculine cards. But it's all about mastering your crafts, honing in on your vision, and receiving divine inspiration and abundance when you reunite with that joy. But I do want to kind of read the Ace of Wands because this card right here, this has something to say. I don't know what it is, but it has something to say. So bear with me just un momento. All right, so this one. New ideas, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity, the mirror-like nature of consciousness, the interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything. This ace contains all the sparks of all the ideas, and they are generating intensely powerful light for you right now. She is connecting you with the one cosmic mind, a universe consciousness, and her delightfully magical soup that is brimming with colossal creativity. That's this here. Connected to the one consciousness, right? We're just gonna hold these together actually because okay, so this is she is connecting you with the one cosmic mind, a universal consciousness, and her delightfully magical soup that is brimming with her colossal creativity. I'm trying to say that. A flame burns here that is meant for you, but hasn't been put to use yet. What will you create with this boundless potential? Stay open to receive inspiration and insight. You may be shown new information about your divine purpose or soul path, or you may even feel compelled to put something completely new into the world. If it feels good, it probably is good, and even though this ace can only predict the inception of something new, it also suggests that all the energy to bring this project, idea, or feeling to a successful completion is available to you. I seed my brilliant future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. So it's kind of interesting that you had that card earlier, Amanda, with the seeding the, I know we weren't live on YouTube when you read it, but the seed of potential.
No, I was gonna mention that because you got all of those pentacles in reverse, but mine was the Three of Pentacles upright, and the song was about love, and I was like, this is a pentacle, but it's not about the material stuff, and all of yours came in reverse, so I thought that was a fun synchronicity.
Yeah, that's all I got for now.
May, Jen, did you guys have any cards you wanted to share?
Yeah. So I pulled the abundance card from my fairy deck, and it says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. And the card is really beautiful. I like how she's like in a lotus flower, but yeah, I think that's really beautiful because I think like we're in a season of justice right now with like Aquarius season. A lot of things coming to light. So yeah, I'm just excited for all of us for receiving like, our blessings and good karma, for going through the dark night of the soul that we've all probably been through, so proud of us. Then I also pulled moon energy, which I love since we did have the full moon yesterday and it looks so beautiful. She's like a fairy, just like, and basking in the moonlight. But it says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So, yeah, just focus on just being, I think like I was also like listening to Bashar the other day. I don't know if you guys like know Bashar, but he was like just like talking about like, oh, he like channels it's this man that channels an ET being called Bashar. And so he's like really popular on YouTube, but he was talking about getting excited about even like when things don't look like they're going their way because it's an illusion and you can always change the illusion, kind of like Wizard of Oz. So I thought that was really empowering. If you're ever feeling stuck, he's like, just go back to the simple things, just like what are you excited about, and just do that moment by moment and make sure that you're just here in the present moment. And that's it. That's how you get back to like, making life exciting. Just get excited. And I was like, I like that. So a little and then also I pulled another card called Light. And it says, the fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. So I think it's like if anyone's going through like anything where they think they can't like, they're like in a dark place, like just know that, just shine your light on it and it's gonna be okay. So I think that's really reassuring because I think a lot of us, have been going through a dark night of the soul. So call upon the fairy queen of light. And then also wish wisely is another card that I pulled. And it says, use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. And I love the card. She's just like a beautiful, lovely fairy. Yeah, I can't. And then like last card, promise. This was motivation. So like Kristen's yawning. I think it just means that we're supposed to be resting right now because it says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So I like how you were yawning because I think like right now it's winter, supposed to be resting. So if you don't feel motivated, like wait until spring. That's when you'll get motivated. So like no worries if you're feeling tired. So yeah, no judgment. But those are all the cards that I had. So I hope that resonates or goes along with the messages that we've been, pulling. So yeah.
Yes, may they go perfectly with the cards that I pulled for my Egyptian gods deck. So we're flowing right into each other. Yeah, it's I'm gonna call Amanda like when Amanda yawns because what's being said is just so important. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love that. I was like, confirmation, Kristen.
That's what I was gonna say too, because I yawned just before Kristen did, but you didn't catch it.
I didn't because I was reading the card.
Yes.
But all of my yawns are always confirmation. It's always spirit saying you need to pay attention to this.
I love it. I love it when spirit does it to you whenever you're saying something about yourself and you're not listening to yourself and spirit makes you yawn and you have to listen. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite. Because you're like, fine, spirit, I listen. Yep. Yes. Anyways, I have truth and fairness with Mayat, and then I also have prosperity with Geb. And I love because we were talking about I feel like this is prosperity in our life in so many ways beyond just that financial prosperity. Like this is abundance. Again, you see things growing out of this prosperity is being shown and depicted as some sort of plant that's growing out of the ground in abundance. And so it's like, this is something that you've put your time and effort and energy into. And whatever it is, it's the balance of the universe. It's everything will happen because it's meant to happen. And you can trust that certain things will always happen a certain way because that's the law of the universe. And so whatever it is that you've put out will come back to you tenfold. And especially whenever it comes to your manifestations and the things that you're bringing in, sometimes things just take time, and things ripple in a different way than what we think they should. And so it's like what May is saying, like, come back to your center and finding that joy. Even if you can't see the joy in the big ripple, find your joy in the small ripples. So then that way you can, be around whenever the big ripple comes in. It's like, isn't it the darndest thing? I feel like half the time our manifestations, by the time they get here, we don't even want them anymore. Like, it's like you're manifesting this like perfect guy, and then you realize that by the time you're done, you're like, oh, this guy's not even perfect. But then you find the perfect one that really is meant for you, and then it makes sense, and you're like, oh, thank you, spirit. I totally understand now why I didn't get that other thing I wanted, because this other thing was actually meant for me. So anyways, I don't know how.
There was other dogs that I missed out on that I'm like, oh my God, if I would have gotten the other dog, I would have like found you. It's like, yeah, sometimes we just like, yeah, I thought I wanted another dog like Honey, but I didn't realize that would make me sad to have another dog that looked like my dog that passed away. So it's like, thank you, Spirit, for sending me like another dog that looks different. It's really comforting, So yeah, and he's super cute. I hope that like makes sense. But yeah,
He is super cute.
thank you.
All right, I have a few more collectives, and then I'm done with collectives, and we can do individuals for people. Does anybody else have any more collective as well, or am I? Man, on a boat. Amanda. Do you want to do your collectives, or do you want me to do mine?
I'm gonna hop mine in because mine flows
Yes.
off of what you just said nicely.
Go.
And it's really quick. I have like one card to read out of the book, but the message itself is really quick. So I got the moon's moment, synchronicity. And what I love about this is the triple moon, and the moon in the middle is a clock. But the triple moon is Lilith, so Lilith says hi and has entered the chat. And we got moon cycles, patience. So flowing off of both what you and this one does not want to be seen. Flowing off of what both you and May said, we need to have a little bit of patience with our manifestations right now, but they're going to take at least one full moon cycle to complete and show up. But I'm going to read the synchronicity one because that's the one I got called to read. Probably due to the fact that Lilith is saying hi. But let's see what we got here. So it says something is flowing in the right direction for you when this card comes up. Everything is either already falling into place or will do so very soon. Even if you fervently believe that you create your own reality, as I do, there are times when events have almost a destined feel. And this is one of those times. You could perhaps attribute it to life unfolding and revealing the lessons our souls need to learn in this lifetime. There is synchronicity at work. You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons you need to learn. Everything is lining up as it needs to, so trust the process as much as you can and stay optimistic for your desired outcome. Whatever the situation you're asking about, know that it's not a random development in your life, but a step along your path and meant to teach you. The sooner you pay attention to the lessons, the sooner you'll be able to navigate your way to where you want to go. And then the additional messages in this card is divine timing is unfolding. Events happening now have a purpose. You're in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason why everything happens. And the moon always knows exactly where she should be at any one time, so should you. And that is it.
I'm going to flow straight into my cards. I've got the Queen of Wands on the top, and she's upright. She's in her positive movement. And she's doing the things that she loves, listening to her inner guidance while also allowing her guides to guide her. She has a really good connection with her animal guides, especially. but then she has her um, nature guides, her fairy guides, her ancestor guides. This Queen of Wands is very connected. She is not missing a beat. She is going to the flow of the beat of her heart, and she's trusting every second of it. She's not second guessing herself. She's moving forward with passion, and she's balanced. The Empress knows when to take action and when to flow. The Empress knows when to lean into the just and when to let things sort of bend a bit. There's a yin and yang in life. There's always going to be this balance, and you're finding a way to be balanced with the things that you love in a way that's healthy and in flow with the universe. Now, the things that are maybe a bit out of balance, we've got the Six of Cups, so your relationships with others, especially people from your past, are not the healthiest currently. You've got the Strength card in reverse, so your self-image, the way you see yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, is not super great. It's not. And then you've also got the Queen of Swords in reverse, so the way that you think, like, it's like maybe on the outside you paint a really good picture that says this is how things are, or this is the way that I am, but then on the inside you beat yourself up and you tear yourself down and you second guess and you doubt. And so it's like there's a dissonance between who you really are and who you want to be and who you show yourself to be. So I think the whole point of this message is just to bring an awareness to you, to let you know that you can still be successful and feeling like a failure. Like you can still be doing things right, but still feeling like you're doing everything wrong. And it's because of this. It goes back to what Amanda was saying, like ages ago at this point, but saying about the perspective change. Your perspective is changing and you're seeing things in a different light. And I think it's going to be really positive in the long run. But in this perspective change, you're also seeing the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you act to yourself, and you're like seeing the ways that it can change. So yeah, it's all good. There's just a lot of areas where I really see this, especially for the divine feminine, as a very successful growth period for you, and not just in external growth, but internal growth as well. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse. So you might just not be feeling that way. Like everything I just said, you're like, yeah, okay, Kristen. But it is though, okay? Not just, yeah, okay, Kristen. This again, you've got justice. Everything's hanging in the balance, just as it should be. So, okay, I'm not going to keep droning on. That's it. Does anybody else have any more collective? Yes, Lala, yes, go for it.
I do. I have it flows beautifully with both Amanda's and yours, because I got two actually, the now and Fallon. So I asked what the overall theme of this upcoming period, upcoming weeks or whatever. And it's about balancing your everyday life with finding moments of gratitude for the now and living as much as you can in mindfulness and awareness. Because time doesn't exist outside of the level of awareness. So wherever your attention goes, your what is it saying? Lost the saying. But you know what I'm
where
saying?
your attention goes, energy flows.
Energy flows. Yes. Thank you, Kristen. Sorry. So, but I did want to read the cards because, yeah, you may not be feeling that way right now. And you may not be feeling like the Queen of Pentacles or the Empress or the abundance or whatever that you may want right now. But if you take time to ground and practice mindfulness, you will see that you are truly abundant right now. If you know, you can check several boxes off that you're safe or you have food or you have support, you have people, you have divine connection, so you can start to think in those ways, and presence in the moment will attract more of those things to you. So, but I do want to read the now. So it says, being in the right place at the right time, divine timing, a sense of time speeding up as you move toward your dream, a reminder that time is on your side. Time is always on your side. The universe has brought you right here, right now, so be here now. Nothing else is tangible. You cannot change the past, and you can only change the future by making changes today. But I almost said choices, so that's significant because choices and change. You have to make a choice to make a change. So you can only change the future by making changes today. Your now is always the only moment when you can actively inspire change. So go ahead and hunker down and take a moment to enjoy a few full, deep breaths. Notice the wonderful life you have already started creating. Yes, and trust that you have all the time you need. When you stop seeing time as something to work against, change can happen in the blink of an eye. Things shift quickly when you are aligned with the divine. Your miracles will flow into your life in perfect arrangement, so begin to act in a way that shows trust in its arrival. Bathe your present day in the experiences of your success, instead of looking to the far-off future to finally realize your dream. What's going on right now for you with time? This card in your spread indicates that there is an imbalance. Are you always running late or always feeling the pressure to speed up your life? Are you hoping for more time and feel a lack of it? How is your relationship with time? If you started to pay attention to the now, how would your life improve? What can you do to support the divine timing? And to notice a lot more of you, and to notice a lot more of your present. Oh, so it's like a continuation question. Yeah. So what can you do to support divine timing and to notice a lot more of your present? So the balance card though is like, yeah, how can you do that, right? So let's read this. It says patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. Ever elusive balance. You could drive yourself a little nutty chasing the perfect ratio of work, home, health, family, and social life, hobbies, and woo time. And it's okay not to strive for such a compulsive perfection. I'm going to read that one more time. It is okay to not strive for such a compulsive perfection. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out is exactly what's needed to usher in some desperately needed balance. Then again, you may be so complacent that your heart is begging for a healthier mix. And if this is you, and you'll know it is when it is, then the universe requires more consistent energy from you in order to deliver your dreams. Regardless of your situation, if you're feeling misaligned and out of whack, it's time to come back to center. Look for solutions and situations that feel grounded and calming. Avoid anything that will tip the scales and suck way too much time of your energy, too much of your energy, time, or money, or that will provide you with too much lazing around time. and actively seek the moderation of tasks and time. Step away from drastic and excessive and any imbalances that just don't feel right. Consistent introspection to see where you're lacking and where you're leaking energy will guide you to the middle ground and that is required right now. Find long-term success through a measured blending of the strengths, productivity, and stillness. And then there's a couple of journal prompts for this one too. It says, no one can create balance for you. Only you know it because it's a feeling. How balanced do you feel today? What does a balanced life look like for you? And can you plan a week around this? Are there any self-critical not enoughs that are eating their way into your balance? That's all I got.
I got a really cute message that flows off of that nicely. It also flows off of Kristen's random tangent that she went on to. So that's fun. So we got the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So this message is particularly for those of us who are not currently in union with our masculine. So we, as per the previous messages, are currently focused on ourselves and getting back into balance and grounding and doing all the things. But we're just over here minding our own damn business and not really focused on relationships right now. So, having said that, there is someone coming gallivanting in on his white horse with his shiny armor, coming in to do all of the fancy night things. And what Spirit is telling me is that the ball's in our court. We've done so much work on ourselves, and we're still continuing to do so much work on ourselves that there's no more chasing for us ever again. We have all of the power here, for lack of a better word. So this choice is going to be entirely ours. But Spirit wants to let us know that this person is being sent in for us. This is like, these are all couples on all of these clouds, except for Spirit up here, sending this in like Cupid. So we're not to be, it's okay to be a little bit cautious, but the Spirit is letting us know that it's okay to let this person in. This person is for us. So although the decision is ultimately ours, and to take your time and do things slowly when this person comes in, which will be very, very, very shortly, and when you're not paying attention in the slightest bit, give the person a chance. Let them show who they are and why they're there, and prove that they are actually the right person for you. Be open to it, allow them in, and realize that this person is being said to you. They are a gift, not a lesson. So that is it for me.
Oh, what a beautiful, like fairy tale message that just decided to pop in our readings tonight.
I know, right? I feel like we all needed that with these like full moon energies are really intense. So that was beautiful.
Beautiful. All right, my beautiful, amazing souls. That is all the readings I have space for tonight. If anybody else has any final messages that they'd like to share, by all means, go for it. Otherwise, I think we're gonna say thank you all so much for joining in for this beautiful Friday night and these lovely messages. And what a like genuinely, I kind of that was like a treat to end on. I'm just, well, May, what did you just do? How did you do that? How did you do
That was
that?
so magical. I just went like that.
Oh my god.
And it just like made, I don't know, that was so cool.
Yes. What? Okay.
This is
Hold it and then it makes parts or something. That was so cool. Oh my god.
Mine doesn't do it.
I don't know. I just put it on my phone and held it.
That was
Am I
great.
making the heart backwards?
I don't
Oh, there
know.
you go. I guess you kind of shake it or something. I don't know.
Gotta- I don't know, but mine's like on it now. Mine's like, oh, okay, we're doing hard.
It's just so cool. Well, what a great note to end on, right?
That's our new love splash.
Yeah.
That's for real, Lala. Love
Yeah.
splash for everybody.
I love it.
Oh, we're goofballs. All right, sisters. I am so grateful. Happy Friday. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. I will catch you all in Sunday session for those of you that feel called to join. And
Jessica
otherwise,
Rabbit joint.
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. There's been a lovely messages in space.
Yeah,
And
thank
we
you
have a
guys.
great night.
Have fun with Jen.
Yay.